It's Week 11 of the NFL.
And we'll get a look at J.J. McCarthy.
He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Vikings and the Eagles under the lights on Monday night.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scouts, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock Hewitt. Very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL. Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. A lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go in Monday Night Prime Time. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. There's certainly some momentum to build on today.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Goddard makes the catch. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you've got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. There's 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Motion man left is Brown. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got Smith. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Hurts is finds Smith. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean to sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He gets a half dozen on the carry, and that's also going to bring up 36.
That's a run that will take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to break...
There's a movement out there into the drop. The defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, well, we're set on the board, and the first drive is a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league leads to wins.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden in. Loop this away for the Birds. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Hey, it's very easy for me to use all these psychological cliches, Kate, right? Got to flush. You got to play one play at a time. You got to flush last week's 5-interception performance. But the reality is you got to be in the moment. You can't even be thinking about last week. You got to think about every play, guard that ball with everything you got, and most importantly, help the team find a W.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Second down now, 7 to go. A-chain again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
A-chain, a first down carry. Down the sideline, inside the 30. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, we still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And they stole it. A touchdown. The Vikings have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's going to wind up out of bounds right where the former touchback used to be along the 25-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. Taken in by Smith. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kim, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, the explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, he totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. Hurts looking to throw. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
It's second and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Third and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, the defense is energized with that stop.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. No run for it with Barkley. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. It's caught, Devon Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach play calling doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. Play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Some much-needed breathing room acquired on that last play. They're set up at the 12. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. And they follow and bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Back to the air, McCarthy. Hopkinson reels it in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 41. Able to find Achane. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. Has the connection to Hopkinson. He pushes this up to midfield before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity and man, did he make an impact play.
Now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's McCarthy to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be thrown down, it looks like, at that 37-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to get the Vikings the 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Taken in by Williams outright. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He got 24 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. From the red zone now. He finds it in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings pull at it for further 13-10. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
This kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Eagles are ready to set up shop on offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal. Came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Rob, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Okay, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they start to win like that for a tackle for loss. I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, get the ball out on time and on rhythm. These outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
From the pistol, Hurts. That's caught by the Hurst. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
On first down, Hurts. He's running over something here. Just chucks it away.
This is why we hear about the closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Dukes out of one stop. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Hurts now from the gun. Into the hands of Campbell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Working inside the red zone. Coming to the goal line. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Barkley. That's the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a one-score game in the first half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 7.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets it through the middle. He's going to bring it to the 40-yard line before he stops. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs? You need only one. Move the chains in one play. Keep driving that defense backwards.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Running with A.J. out of the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 42. It's taken in by Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 20 on 2nd down. Able to find Hawkinson. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. He's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. A-Chan does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. And he finds it in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 13-point lead. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Set to kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
He's got Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity coming down sooner. Broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch. That is a DB's best effort to pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. It's the Eagles facing a 3rd and 9. catch. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, and not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Vikings headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. A disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now it's second down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Second and 10, McCarthy. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
McCarthy throwing on third down. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to the air, McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Keely Ringo making the play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Keely Ringo kicks it off. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. On the move, headed right. He's on the move. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The final throw before the break. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So we've reached halftime in mini. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd down carry for Achan. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead to move the chains. That is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. And the run right. Going deep down the side.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Dialing up a receiver screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now McCarthy. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They are throwing it again. Has him on a quick hitter. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 4. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Another try following the sack. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now it's McCarthy. It's taken in by Williams. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. From the red zone now. Hutchinson reels it in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them
Delay
up.
of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy splits a couple of defenders and completes it. He's going to be taken down to the 8-yard line. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So now, here's third and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Can't cover it much better than that, but really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Near the goal line. And he's brought down for a loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. On first down, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this Nice one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. And he'll find an escape. They converge and drop in for the safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone there, Brock. And unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Well, you know me. I don't ever mind aggressiveness. I think it empowers your quarterback, empowers that offensive huddle. But you also got to know, as a quarterback, if you call a pass play, you got to do your job. And doing your job means avoiding a safety in that circumstance.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's A-Chain running right. Gain up about a handful there. Keely Ringo making the play. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 45-yard line.
They'll stick with A-Chain. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Zach Vaughn with the tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd down run from A-Chain. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early down. Give it a leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
50-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets a good yardage down to the 42. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
A-Chan again on 2nd. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. He felt them pick it up anyway. We weren't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure running backs' merit on touchdowns, yards. The fantasy football world we live in, as coaches and teammates, Kate, we want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They go to Barkley again. Was able to drive that pile about a yard. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
63.
Here's Hurts.
I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down a distance.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed with on this, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He gets it out left, and it's gone. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings making a 3-score game in the 4th. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! It's gone. Tap couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's on the move. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Pushing the slot man right. From the 31. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete. That one's rejected at the line. So that brings them to third down. Hurts now from the gun. Brushes him off with ease. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Finds the in route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the ground. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Now motion Smith left. Hurts throwing again. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And this one doesn't go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing, and at least move them forward.
Man in motion, headed right. Hurts with it on third and short. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. On fourth down, Hurts gets himself free. And they get to him on fourth down. Gets a sack and a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. A chain on the inside give. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. McCarthy operating from the pistol. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye of the sky line, without that ball being tipped, we're looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And there was nobody down there to get it. Put in at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They're out and set, first and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. He's on the move. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 28. Pass complete to Campbell. Still going inside the 35. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Vikings offense back to the field now. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked up by the Kobe team. And the Eagles have some new life in the fourth. First and 10 from the 41.
We dominate today.
Hurts setting up to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Hurts to throw. Shakes himself free. But there's too much pressure, and he's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check, but his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
He finds him beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. First down throwing for Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 22 on 2nd down. Oh, they're on it, but he's fouled again. Goes to the hurry up offense here. From the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Throwing here, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. And all that pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38-yard line before going down. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings close to picking up their 5th win. 2nd and 3 now. Here's Akers up the middle. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after him.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They run. Here's Akers. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Hutchinson reels it in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy has the connection to Hutchinson. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it with all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
A-Chain running to the right. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. And this is exactly